Welcome to a mini Smart Firefighting podcast series, recorded live at the Institute of Fire Engineers booth during the 2024 AFAC show, Down Under in Sydney, Australia. Throughout these conversations, we dive into critical issues like fire safety, emerging technologies, diversity in the fire service, and innovative solutions for emergency response. Enjoy these fascinating insights from leaders around the world on how we can build a safer and more resilient future. Kelly Richardson with Global Fire Solutions and Eric Combs, Senior Vice President, Fire, EMS and Industrial at Safe Fleet, reflected a deep sense of family within the fire service. They emphasize how technology enhances firefighter safety and discuss the importance of core values like integrity, honesty, and respect in fostering a strong fire service community. Kelly Richardson and Eric Combs, how you both doing?
Doing great. Great to be here.
Yeah, so it feels like it was just yesterday, which basically it was, that the three of us were at the rugby game.
Absolutely.
I mean, and you're wearing the rugby jersey right now, Kelly. You're looking good. What is that jersey?
So Global Fire Solutions, which encompasses Bronto, Skylift, Dali Australia and Safe Fleet, have proudly sponsored the Australian Firefighters League in rugby. To be honest, it was my very first rugby experience. And yes, as part of being sponsorship, we received the T-shirts, and the players proudly wore our logos, our branding, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty epic. Eric, what was the rugby game experience for you?
So first off, when you travel, you just never know, right, what you're going to experience, right? That was not in the cards, no idea. So shocked we got the invite. And then going into the locker room before the game, meeting the players, seeing how they warm up, it was just, it was an epic experience. Very cool.
Once in a lifetime for me.
Yeah.
Really spectacular.
I mean, just seeing the warm up, and then we've talked about this of been watching, real rugby where they're just hitting each other. We were watching the firefighters and versus cops, and they had, their legs the size of tree trunks, and they were hitting each other. And I was like, man, if I took one of those hits, I'd be toast.
Absolutely. If you want to feel small, just get in the locker room with those guys, right?
Oh my gosh,
those guys are monsters.
The firefighters did prevail. Brandon, it's not about who wins, but it is all about who wins. But then it was followed by the Rooster game, which was epic. And I think the things we talked about, we saw the grappling from the roof. We saw a police helicopter delivering the game ball. We saw a fake use of force for protesters or people going on the field with dogs chasing them.
Yeah.
The police mounted horses. I think I saw the different squads going around the oval. They did a really exceptional job, and I thought it was really cool how they had the band incorporate their music with the action activities. So that was pretty cool.
It sure made you definitely not want to rush the field in a real manner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't mess with those guys, right?
No. Yeah. Well, so Kelly, you were from Australia, and Eric, you were from
Long Island, New York.
Long Island, New York. And so this was both of our first times to Australia. But Kelly, you live here. You're from here. To a little bit, give me a little bit more background on who's Kelly, your role within the fire service, and a little bit more about you.
I'm from South Australia, and my history with the fire services is I've been a volunteer with the Country Fire Service for nearly 38 years now. I started out as a cadet, and then operational firefighter, and then went into operational support, so more radio and incident management. I've grown up within the fire services. My father, Trevor Wing, has been a long-time member within the South Australian EFS and then CFS. And so basically my childhood has been in and out of fire stations and in and out of fire trucks. So that's how it just seems to be a natural momentum to then become a part of the Global Fire Solutions team, which is what Dad's built over the last 23 years.
And now it's just woven into your DNA. And then your company, that's a family company, works with a couple different brands. Which brands are they?
Yes, so we have Dali that we work with. We also have Safe Fleet, which encompasses Elkhart Brass, Fire Research Corporation, Foam Pro, and ROM. We also have Cusmall, Trident, Bronto Skylift, and I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anybody, which is terrible.
That's quite the Swiss Army knife of solutions.
That's right. All very important in their own right, and we're very, very proud to be able to represent what we feel is the best.
Yeah. And Eric, your first time down under. First, tell me what's been your experience so far down under, and then let's dive into all things safe fleet.
Yeah, sure. No, it's been fantastic. I got an opportunity to bounce around. So I was in New Zealand for a few days. I was in Perth. I've been in Melbourne. I've been in Sydney. So great opportunity to bounce around, talk to a lot of OEMs, talk to a lot of customers, opportunity to learn the market. And, in my role, I get a chance to travel all over the world. And it's always amazing to me how similar the challenges are that the fire service is facing and how hungry the fire service is for new technology, new solutions. And that's definitely been Australia, as a talk. Tactics might be a little bit different, maybe some of the construction and some of the ways you go about it are a little bit different. And even the equipment might be a little bit different, but at the end of the day, what everybody's trying to solve is the same. So it's been a great experience.
Yeah, well said. And then to your role in Safe Fleet, for those that maybe aren't familiar with Safe Fleet and some of the brands under the umbrella, give me a little bit of give me the scoop.
Yeah, sure. So Safe Fleet, at the end of the day, everything we do circles around safety for fleet operators. So we have several different divisions. We play in public transportation, we play in law, we play in waste. My group is fire, EMS, and industrial. So as mentioned, we have fantastic brands, Elkhart Brass, FRC, Foam Pro, ROM, all industry-leading brands, all brands that are kind of known for inventing technology, handline nozzles, pressure governors, proportioning systems, the things that have become staples around the world were invented and pioneered by our company. So everything we do is around safety. Everything we do is around not just the products, right? The products are really important, and I think we have fantastic products, but it's around service, it's around support, it's around education. How can we overall help the fire service to be safer and be more efficient in what they do? So my role, I run the fire group. I'm 21 years, so I wasn't born into the fire service. Mine was kind of by accident. Came out of college as a mechanical engineer, thought I wanted to make jet engines, tried to get myself into GE, Rolls-Royce, wasn't in my cards. I started a really small company called Elkhart Brass as an engineer and just fell in love with the industry. Got an opportunity to bounce around engineering, sales, marketing, a lot of different roles, travel all over the world. And now, I bleed for the fire service. It's just in my blood now. So, yeah.
Yeah, you both are stuck here forever. Same, just like you're stuck in this room with just me and Tim Tam till the end of time. Man, well, one thing the two words you said that I really liked was all this technology that we're working on is the whole point of it is to make firefighters safer and more efficient. And you're both people-centric in terms of kind of listening to customers and trying to really reverse engineer how to bring the best solutions. I'd love to just kind of hear you both riff on that a bit more in terms of how you both go about, product development, relationship development to ultimately just, not to just talk about it, but really to focus on driving safer and more efficient solutions for the fire service.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really believe that in the fire service especially, technology is all about simplicity, right? Our customers face more and more challenging situations all the time. So we want to make the products that we use as intuitive, as simple. We want it to be an extension of them. And I was actually talking to a firefighter, and he had video cam footage of running into a building. And he said, what's not going through my mind is the nozzle going to work? Is the pressure governor going to work? I just take that for granted. I don't have to think about how to use the equipment. It's just second nature to me. So that's what we're always looking for is how do we leverage technology, more intuitive interfaces? How do we use visual, vocal, tactile feedback to help the firefighter know exactly what's going on, what the situation is? And we just want the equipment to be second nature. So that's one piece of it. The other piece that we see is data-driven decision-making. How do we put more data, more information in the hands of the decision makers to help them build better apparatus, better equipment? What do they use? What do they need? How do they use it? And then kind of the last piece of that would be how do we leverage that to be able to provide more preventative service information? Stop problems before they start, because at the end of the day, they got to depend on that product all day long. So it's different facets of technology, but at the end of the day, it's all about simplicity, durability, dependability of the products.
I can't elaborate on that, to be honest. He pretty much said it all.
Retweet. Yeah, well, so, I mean, the whole dynamic of it's so important. I know this from my years and still align with Darley very closely is I think just manufacturing and building something that at all costs is always going to work, and making sure that it is not a 1,000 little steps to calibrate and to make it work. And of course, some of this tech does require training on the use, but first responders have enough on their plate. So having to worry about is the technology you're going to use work is not something that they should be thinking about. And that's just a testament to the safely brands and everything under your umbrella, Kelly, that is not only expected but required for if you're bringing technology into the fire service.
Yeah. And to me, it's a lot of it is the details, like things that people don't realize go into the product. So I'll give an example. We've gone to a lot of LCD controls for our pressure governors, for our valve controls. The time and energy in getting the displays, getting the color, getting the contrast, the tactical feel of the buttons to make sure whether a gloved hand or not, and the durability of the buttons to make sure they're going to last, the colors we choose. A lot of time and energy goes into those little details. And we work a lot with our local fire departments and our colleagues in the industry to get a lot of that feedback. So at the end of the day, it just works. You don't see all the details that make that intuitive, make it easy to use. So yeah, that to me, that's what's fun. I get excited about that. Is how do you kind of pour all that knowledge base into the products. So at the end of the day, for the firefighter, it just works flawlessly for them.
So kind of a open-ended question for you both, but what do you love about the fire service?
I love the fact that we're all like family, and we are. Emergency services, you're putting your life on the line, you're putting yourself out there for the community. We all have a common goal. So despite we might all be competitors, we might all have different views on some things, but our core value is the same, and that is to protect the community. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah, so well said. Yeah, for me, I had one of my first bosses when I came into this role said, we don't make paper clips. We make something that really makes a difference in people's lives every day. And that's just always stuck with me. When we say we save lives, it's not a stretch. It's reality. So being able to be part of that, I like to say we not only serve the fire service, but we're part of the fire service, and being an important link in that chain is a lot of fun. It really is, and it's rewarding, right? For me and for all of our employees, right? We talk about this a lot across our companies. Is the important role, and people are proud. Down to the person drilling the hole in the casting is proud of what that product is going to do. So to me, that's energizing, right?
Yeah. Well said. And I had asked this question to you guys before we started the podcast, and I do love the paperclip quote, but I am also curious if there's a particular quote or word of wisdom that is woven into both your businesses in terms of how it motivates you when you get up in the morning, or kind of really reinforces any sort of core belief about, it could be about life or the fire service or whatever.
Well, for me, I'm really proud that all of our branding and our team, and it seems small because Global Fire Solutions is built of 6 employees, but we do actually have an expanded team, and everybody has the core values, same core values, which is integrity, honesty, loyalty, and respect. And I think that's really important for any business and for any growth. So that's probably my key words.
Yeah, awesome. For me, I'm a big fan of Simon Sinek and his golden circle, start with why. So that's what I believe is, why comes first, then a what and the how. And if your why is what we've just been talking about, passion for the fire service, what we do to the community, the important role we play, keeping that in the forefront of myself and of our employees, energizes, and I think it gets the best out of people, right? When you have a compelling reason that you're coming into work every day, you're going to do amazing things. And that's what I believe. You got to love what you do.
Couldn't agree more. And man, I hope that the three of us and Damien and others and Marius find our way back to Australia again to go to another rugby game, and maybe in Perth next year, who knows? But again, that truly was an experience I'll never forget, as well as this first time down under, and I've learned so much from the Australian Fire Service and both of you. So I guess thank you for what you're both doing, and hope you have a great rest of your time here in Australia.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Well, thanks for having us.
You live here, so I assume you'll be here. So, all right. Take care. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode recorded alongside the Institute of Fire Engineers during the AFAC show. If you found value in the conversation or learned something new, we'd love to hear from you. Reach out, share your thoughts, and let's keep the discussion going on how we can shape the future of smart firefighting.